Hello.
It's Bourbon Night.
It is Bourbon Night Live.
That's Chad.
That's Sarah.
He forgot his intro.
I didn't forget. It's just this new system.
Makes you nervous?
No, I don't know when it technically goes live. I already did it.
Oh, well, now I've clicked it a lot of times, so I don't know.
So unclicked it. So how is everyone doing? What is everyone drinking on, or have you started yet? It's good to see you. A little hiatus last week because we were doing a home project that is...
Yeah, we just now got our house put back together, basically.
Got our house in order. There's some pours in this house. And we're getting ready to have some. Starting with a sample shout out. This is from Scott Bennett. This is George Washington Straight Rye. So thank you, Scott, for giving us this. We haven't well, we could do it now. Actually, no.
No.
Because we have the thing that you brought up.
Oh, yeah. I just remembered I owe this.
Right.
I owe this, so where is this?
Yeah, let's get... Well, it's back here. But let me get...
I can just do it out of here.
I don't want to burn a glass.
Okay. Well, we'll be usable still. All right. One moment, please. There's two in that cabinet right there. Top shelf. Yep. He's going to get some glassware. We should have been prepared for this.
Well.
Thank you. You don't need this. You don't need this.
I said I would do one with you.
Why do you like punishment?
I don't know.
I don't understand.
That's for another topic.
Jeez.
Another night.
Okay.
I mean, I could...
I don't care what you do.
We have a...
But I owe a shot of this, which I've not been looking forward to Drew Bolin and friends.
Right. So
The whole thing? That's like 2
no,
ounces.
No, not the whole thing. Don't be crazy.
That's crazy, you guys.
Yeah. Just a... Oh, whoa. You don't even have to...
That's a shot.
You're nuts.
That's an ounce.
Okay. I think that might be a little heavy-handed. But you, Sarah.
I don't know. It's a shot glass. I filled it up.
She's giving you all what some of you all want. Others you all are like, no, why?
I already feel tired and I haven't even drank this yet. Ugh.
Let's get a little...
No. Why does he want to drink Town Branch? Chad, do you secretly like this?
That would be a big no, Sarah.
Okay. All right. To you guys.
Here you go.
Okay, I'm over it.
Okay, just good.
I'd rather do that than a Jaeger bomb, which obviously is in the past. That chapter has closed. We're not doing that ever again.
That's right.
It is done.
Yeah.
We shan't speak of it.
We shan't. Tonight's gonna be sort of a mixed bag. You notice the episode didn't have a title or anything. First of all, I have to say thank you guys for tuning in when all it says is drinking more bourbon live. I mean, a little on the nose, but
I mean, we do show up on Sundays and we do drink, and it tends to be
bourbon.
Bourbon. So
so thank you all.
Yeah.
For showing up. But yeah, we kind of got some maybe little off the wall bottles that kind of collected and like let's get these opened.
Yeah, we do need to open some stuff.
Yeah.
So.
But we're just going to put this
Huh.
right over here.
Greer said, well, good night, Sarah. Well, good night.
We also have someone in the audience, I should say, not the virtual audience.
In the green room.
Also
known as the space between our kitchen
yeah,
and our living room.
Physically, like if I move my eye line there, now I'm looking at him. My friend Seaton, who is germane to the topic, Sarah. It's germane.
How? Because we just came up with this topic.
No, Seaton is germane.
He also needs to be opened?
Yes, he needs to open up. He's bottled up. We need to pop that cork. No, it's germane because back before It's Bourbon Night was a YouTube channel, and I was just doing Bourbon Nights with friends. He was one of the very first people to have a Bourbon Night with me, and he's been on an episode. It's been several years ago, but he was on an episode. Yikes! And there he is.
And there he was.
Yeah. So
there he goes.
there he goes. So he's here. He's traveling through. He lives out of state, and he was traveling for a wedding. So he's bunking down with us.
Yeah, a pit stop.
A pit stop, if you will.
Where the bourbon is.
Yeah, but so of course we've been giving him some pours because there's some pours in this house, and I asked him just mere minutes ago what his favorite that he'd had so far. And he hemmed and he hawed. And I said, oh, you can't remember the names of all the bourbons. And he said, no. He started saying something about a field of flowers. And,
you're just saying, like, if you walk into a field and there's flowers everywhere, how do you say, that's my favorite one?
You can come around and they'll be able to hear you if you want to give, yeah, come on.
You can just...
Seaton, everybody. You can come in the middle.
Or you whatever you want. There you go.
There he is.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
What were you saying?
I was just saying, you know, if you go into a field and it's full of flowers,
right?
How accurate is it to say, well, this particular flower in a field of flowers is my favorite flower?
So you're saying you had too many flowers?
I'm saying that there are a whole bouquet of flowers. I can't just say that one is my favorite.
Okay.
Interesting.
That's all. That's all I'm saying.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Sadly, it's our job to say one is our favorite. Don't you give that to him. That's rude.
I knew this was coming. I knew
now
this
that,
was coming.
Yeah, just that much.
What a way to treat your guests.
I've been giving them all the good stuff. So there's got to be some yin to this yang.
It's because I'm wearing a Duke hat.
Yeah, it is, actually.
That's why. Yes, a Duke hat is allowed in the house.
Not really.
You know... We're not going to police the people who come in, and that, at least not for Duke.
That's something.
Oh, hi there, Perry.
Something.
Oh, hey, Perry. Now, one little quick science experiment.
I'm taking my glass away from you. No.
Ooh.
Oh, don't give.
Right.
This seems like a lot. What are you doing?
Just
What
a
is
taste.
happening here, folks?
I would like to know which one he likes better. He doesn't know anything about this bottle.
I don't want to turn around, so I'm just going to watch him in the...
Oh, I think we have a winner / loser.
So what is your least favorite flower?
You know, in the field of flowers are always some weeds.
That's true. And sometimes
disguised as flowers.
Some litter.
I have found a weed.
It's a McDonald's wrapper that is blown into a flower.
A piece of tire that fell off somebody's car.
Right.
All right. Well, blah.
There you go.
Sick.
Well, thank you, Seaton.
Thank you.
Thanks for popping in and giving us your...
Thank you.
Actually, you know, he's had Knob Creek 25th. He's had...
I don't know what he's had. You tell
Parker's
them.
Heritage Heavy Char Rye.
Excellent.
He's had the Prisoner Finished Bardstown Bourbon Company.
And Discovery.
And Discovery Series 3.
And the Goodwood Series.
The Goodwood Series.
I've had this. This is...
Well, I was getting to that.
Okay.
He had Blanton's Gold and Blanton Straight from the Barrel. But he said one of the smoothest and best tasting things was this Weller Special Reserve. So, just let you guys know that he doesn't know very much.
That's
I'm kidding.
Maybe he likes low-proof wheaters.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the sweet spot.
Maybe I do.
It's smooth.
Smooth.
Or maybe I just like all flowers.
Maybe he just likes he just appreciates them each individually for their own characteristics.
I guess. Yeah.
Chad wants a definitive answer.
I want to know. All right. Well, thank you, Seaton, for coming on.
Thank you, Chad. Thank you, Sarah.
Thanks, Eden.
You stay classy.
Thanks. While we're on live, all the bourbon is unattended, so that makes me a little nervous, but
it's gonna be okay.
Yeah, I think it'll be okay. Yeah. So let's get something in our glass, Sarah. Something that's not two of the last things that have been poured.
Okay. Yeah, please no. No more of that. Now.
I've been wanting to open this. I've actually seen commercials for this.
I have also.
On the TV.
Which were actually a little funny.
Yeah.
They did like an Old West theme, but it was sort of modernized, I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
It intrigued me.
But this is Fistful of Bourbon. It's 5 blends of straight bourbon whiskey. And it's created with over 100 years of whiskey blending experience. It's 90 proof. And... Oh, good. It's aged a minimum of 2 years.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So it wasn't very expensive. I can't remember exactly what we paid for it.
Perry says, good luck with this one. Chris says, I own that. It was a birthday gift. It's actually pleasant.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure.
Well,
I'm not sure how to feel about this.
Differing. Well, look, Sarah, it's a double gold winner at the International Spirits Challenge.
Everything's a double gold winner, Chad.
I'm a double gold winner. You're a double gold winner. You got silver.
That's rude.
Twice, though. Double silver.
Double silver.
You got double silver. All right.
So 150 years worth of experience in 2 years.
Yeah. Pause for cork pop.
Just a little.
Yeah, sure.
I don't really want to commit that much.
I want to say this was around $25 to $30. Can't exactly remember.
I'll just say my expectations are pretty low.
Yeah.
I think I'll be surprised if it doesn't taste bad. Just because I feel like when you go out with that big marketing budget like that, and it's 2 years, like, I just don't know how I feel. It makes me very wary.
Yeah.
So let's see. What is this drawing on the back? It's got like a palm reading thing.
It's talking about the 5 barrel profiles that they're going for to blend. So number 1 is our backbone, balanced and sweet. 2 is green, leafy, floral. 3 is soft spices, hints of nutmeg.
Huh.
If you're picking those up. 4 is buttery toffee. And then lastly, 5 is cinnamon and licorice.
It sounds delicious.
So
I will say that the nose is better than I expected by a lot.
I agree.
A lot better than
It's
I
not bad.
expected.
And if Seaton, if you want to drink along with us on anything,
You may.
you just let me know. You can even grab a second glass so you don't have to.
I appreciate that.
Or you
Yeah.
may just, relax on the couch with the dog.
No, you can't do that.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Or you can pull up a chair, whatever you like.
Occasionally, if you could just applaud us, that would be great.
All right.
Or just thank you. It's good having a studio audience.
Maybe one day we'll do a real studio. Not that you're not a real studio audience, but like
He's
a
a real
full
boy.
audience.
Not real?
He's a real
just-
boy. He's a
just
real boy.
One person.
Is there a singular of audience?
Audii.
I would expect that to be an Italian bourbon.
Audii.
Because Fistful of
It can't be an Italian
Dollars
bourbon.
is a spaghetti western.
I know.
Don't pop at me. It scared me. A ghost.
A ghost.
Not undrinkable.
No.
Pretty sweet.
Yes.
And
Can you see
thin?
Clint Eastwood drinking it?
No, it's not. Clint Eastwood needs some barrel
Proof.
Yeah.
Yeah. Straight from the barrel that he just reaches in with his hand and does that. I mean, yeah.
It's like a little nutty, but mostly just like sweet.
It's got some. It's actually got some barrel flavors to it, but not like real desirable ones. Just kind of like the char.
Yeah. It's pretty thin.
It is pretty thin. I mean, 90 proof.
Sure. But better than what I was expecting for 2 years and not undrinkable, like I said.
Yeah.
Could be not terrible for like a beginner, someone who's looking for something that's sweet and mild and
Sure.
$25.
Sure.
But even still, I mean, I think there are just more established brands that you could get that from.
I agree. I mean, we've had things younger than this that have tasted better. I kind of like the white background, so I'm gonna pop this one out.
Okay, you do that.
this.
He's just doing some administrative stuff. Here, let me.
Okay, I'm just sending some emails. Yeah, I agree. It's not undrinkable, but it's
But I've also had enough
I've had enough.
after like a couple sips. It's
Yeah.
too sweet for me.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet, and it kind of like almost feels more in the realm of heartburn, like the way it sits on your chest.
I get that. I feel it too.
So
we'll just put this over here. Like, would you buy another bottle of this? I don't know. I probably wouldn't buy another bottle of this. It's just not for us.
yeah.
But I've, again, had things that were more expensive that tasted much worse.
Yeah, it's a
So.
fistful of nah.
I wouldn't have put this in our worst of, though.
No.
Wouldn't have put it in the Halloween episode.
No.
Oh, I'm getting some compliments on my sweater. Thank you very much. Just wait. Give me 20 more minutes.
Are you
I'll
hot
get
yet?
super hot, and
Yeah.
I'll be like, I gotta go change.
Yes. I'm gonna go with something that might be good.
Please.
James Wolverton. Hey, James.
What up,
Any idea
James?
where they sourced? Let me see. Well, it's New Jersey is where it's bottled.
It doesn't say where it's produced.
No DSP. And
It's kind of sketchy, don't you think?
Well, I mean,
they're
not
probably
required,
it says
but
a blend of straight bourbon whiskeys aged a minimum of 2 years, and it's bottled by William Grant and Sons in Edison, New Jersey.
yeah. So probably
But at 2 years, do you think they're sourcing? Why not just do it themselves?
well because then they'd have to build a distillery,
And
that's
then
expensive.
make 5 different things and blend them together. So
Yeah.
they're probably getting 2 year source stuff
Yeah.
and then being like, how do we make this taste not terrible?
They're like, what is less expensive? 2 year. 2 year is less money than 4 years, less money than 6. You know,
Sure.
so like we'll buy this 2 year,
And we'll buy 5 different kinds and we'll
blend
mix
it
them
together.
together.
Yeah, so it might be actually from different states even. You know,
It might be. Well, we need to pick the next one because we have some super chats.
let's do a cream of Kentucky.
Okay. That sounds.
This should be better.
What's the proof on that one?
This is 51%, so it's 102, 101, 102. That's how math works.
101, 102.
102. 5. It's fit possible
Actually,
crock pot.
you know what?
Much better.
I'll just go ahead and do a little triangle for these super chats.
Okay.
We have a $20 one in there. So everyone gets the triangle. Let's see. We have... Is it Rolando? That's fun. Glad I caught you guys live. Thanks for the tee, long sleeve sweater, and quad Glencairns. Well, thanks for ordering those things. So happy that you got them and that you like them.
Where can they order those from, Sarah?
Oh, whiskeyambitions.com. I don't know if you've heard of it, Chad.
It's our home on the internet.
It is our home on the internet.
Interesting.
And then Nick says, update his bad wait, what? Oh, update his bad Duke hat to one from Whiskey Ambitions. Agreed, we need to work on hats. It is on the list. I don't think he agrees with you. No one will take his Duke hat, according to his face. You can pry it out of his cold, dead hands.
Deal.
Okay, well, you all worry about that. And then John says, 700 likes during this live video, and I'll do another shot of Malort. Malort. Also, how does a bourbon aficionado... Oh, he says, Seaton says he'll take that. But we don't have any Malort, so he can't do any either, so...
Yeah.
But he says, also, how does a bourbon aficionado improve their bourbon smelling ability?
Aha.
Great question.
700 likes is crazy high.
Crazy
But we do
high.
have 548 watching. So just if
And 105.
548 people hit the thumbs up,
That's pretty close.
we would be really close.
Closer than probably we've ever
And
been.
we've already got 108.
But we already also have
Thumbs
one
ups.
thumbs down, so
I'll take another shot.
he'll do another shot of the town branch.
Or the OZ Tyler, actually.
Ooh.
OZ Tyler. All right. If we get 700 thumbs up, not only will John take a shot of Malort, but Seaton will take a full shot of this OZ Tyler back here.
Well, they can have it. I'm just.
He'll drink it out of his Duke hat.
I will.
He will, he says.
I don't know how that's gonna work, but okay. But how do you improve your smelling, your nosing ability, Chad?
Well, there are different levels of smelling kits out there. We actually got one recently in the mail that we're kind of putting it through its paces, see what we think about it. I mean, you can go super expensive, like $500 for a smelling kit. You
We
can
have
go,
one of those as well.
Yeah, you can go a little bit more DIY.
I think you
with
can do
as
it
well.
yourself.
DIY.
Right. You get little containers,
Yeah. Yeah.
little,
Like film used to come in when they
or
made
like,
film.
like if you're doing crafts, like whatever, like glitter comes in or something like that. Those just like little.
Glitter. The herpes of craft
It
supplies.
is. It truly is.
Never goes away.
Something like that's that small, and you can put, pepper, cinnamon, cloves. You can find, I don't know. You can get pine. Like, you can grab things from around your area without having to actually go out and find something crazy or buy something crazy. You can, like, find a bunch of different notes and kind of isolate each thing in its own container. And then we've seen people put them in, like, what looks like a tackle, like a fishing lure organizer
Tackle box.
type of thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and then that way you just pull them out and you get that smell isolated, so you can become really familiar with just that one thing.
And another thing to do in the interim, I would say the most budget friendly is just to go online and search bourbon flavor wheel, print one of those out, and as you're smelling, you're like, I smell spice. Okay, well, look at that flavor wheel. You can also work with, nosing.
Sure.
And
See if you can navigate.
Yeah, drill down. Like, is it cinnamon? Is it clove? What type of spice is it? And use that as sort of like your cliff notes.
Ask yourself some questions.
And kind of figure it out that way. And then also look, well, I'm not getting, I wouldn't think about elderberry or whatever, but let me see if.
I don't even know if I've ever encountered an elderberry.
Or some marzipan, Okay, yeah, actually I do. Thank you, wheel.
It kind of prompts you.
Yeah, it prompts you. So that's a good way to do it too.
But I also think, like, especially with the holidays coming up, if you're cooking at home, that's a great time to be really aware of when you smell things cooking, what is it that you're smelling, and then you can kind of, again, same thing with the little kits, but you can kind of isolate each smell and then think about that when you go to nose a bourbon the next time.
There you go.
Tony Bag of Donuts. Say, Chad, you were right. It does feel great drinking Bardstown Fusion 3 in its Bourbonite Copita while wearing an It's Bourbonite shirt. Cheers!
There you go.
Wow. So happy to hear that you're having the full experience.
Tony, Joey, Tony. I never know which one to say first.
I never know either, so.
But thank you for that. And yes, I mean, yeah, we knew.
Adriana says, I bought butterscotch pudding so I could know the smell because I've never had butterscotch, and people always say that.
Butterscotch.
See, that's another thing. Like, if you feel like you're having trouble with certain smells, like maybe you really have the spice categories down, but you're not doing so good in other areas. Like, you should just go buy stuff that is like that so you can introduce yourself.
And get some coffee beans. You can use that to kind of clear your palate in between. Or, again, budget. Smell of the old. It's not your elbow, because this is your elbow. People say sneeze into your elbow. It's like, how do you do it? I can't.
It's the inside
The
of
bend of
the
your
bend
arm.
Of
your own scent is what you're most used to.
I guess you call it the back of your knee. It's the back of your elbow, but really it's the front. I don't know how that works.
I don't know how it works. There. In the bend. Give that old sniff, and that kind of puts you back to, ground zero. It kind of just resets you.
Yes.
So. Scott H., your knowledge, palate, and honestly have helped me find the greatest tasting bourbon to me.
Ooh, that's good.
There is no greater gift. Cheers.
There's no greater gift than hearing that we helped you with that.
I want to know
what it is.
But thank you for that.
I also want to know what it is.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Seaton approves
likes
of
it.
the cream of Kentucky.
Let's talk about it.
Hey, Mikey, he likes it.
Hey, Mikey. So this is 12.3 years old. It's batch number 3. I think we opened batch 4 maybe a month ago or something on live. So this is, Jim Rutledge, former master distiller at Four Roses, went on to do his own thing. So this is personally curated by him. It's not cheap. It's $200, but it's limited. It is what it is. And this is an old brand that was kind of brought back. One that kind of fell out of existence.
Yeah.
And the label is now back.
Seems to be a lot of that happening.
Cream of Kentucky. I never remember if it was Cream or King that was in It's a Wonderful Life.
King
I think
of
that
Kentucky.
was King. That was King.
Yes.
Yeah.
Voss 31022 wants to know, how do you differentiate spice and alcohol burn? The best way I know how to put this is if you're eating food and you say it's hot, someone says, is it spicy hot or temperature hot? And like in your brain, you know how to say it's spicy or it's just like hot to my mouth. And I think it's the same with bourbon. Is it giving you a sensation of warmth and heat on your tongue and in your chest? Or are you able to taste like fall spices like clove and cinnamon and stuff like that, which are, or pepper, which are spicy but not hot? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's
That's
tough.
the best way I know how to explain it because it's your own personal experience.
I mean, it's tough because you do have to get your tongue acclimated to the heat before it starts to like reveal itself, you know? And I was just wondering why the chat is talking about Wheatus. I know because I'm just a teenage dirtbag baby.
Well, because I think we were talking about elbows and it's weenus. That's what people call your elbow.
Oh, do they?
You didn't know that?
Weenus?
Yes.
Oh, Seaton is shaking his head no.
Never heard of that? Oh, I think
Before our age.
that was like the funny thing whenever I was in middle school. Everyone would be like, we're touching
weenuses?
Because we were like out of college by then.
Yeah.
Wow.
'Cause, yeah, you were already in college then, but
No, we were graduated.
yeah. So,
We were filing for Social Security already. Yeah.
We were signing up for MySpace.
yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
No, it's just like a
But-
thing. So then they got on the band, and then that's how they got to the
on
lyric,
band
and
the
that's
lyric, and yeah.
how we got here.
So
Yeah,
cheers
there
to
you
your
go.
weenus.
Yeah.
Cheers to your weenus, everyone.
James Wolverton says, love that Cheryl now has an It's Bourbonnight challenge coin that came with my latest Glencairn order. Ooh.
Cheers
Very
to you,
nice.
James.
And
We're looking forward to that Castle and Key bourbon. When's that coming out, man?
we're waiting.
Let us know, or at least the rye.
We would love to taste it because we've loved, I mean, I don't like gin and I like their gin and I don't drink vodka, but I drink their vodka.
Yes.
So I'm really interested to see what happens with spirits I do like.
Right. Yes.
And then GM Scott said, I love your content even though I'm not much of a rye guy. Thank you for the effort you put into each show. That's mostly you. Except for I do have to smile a lot, which is hard. It's great information without being condescending or being gatekeepers. Thanks.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
Yeah. We do. We try to. Ooh. I don't know what I would be like if I wanted to be condescending about bourbon. I think it is harder as you spend more years with an interest in bourbon, being a bourbon enthusiast, because you have people who come in at the beginning who are like, oh, what if someone said to you today, Woodford is my favorite? Chad would say, oh, he would scoff at them.
Oh, dear boy, I'm so far past that.
And that's condescending.
yes.
And so it's hard
Sorry.
to be like, to remember what it's like at the beginning and how Woodford is a gateway bourbon and a stepping stone.
I remember when I liked
Chad will be like,
Woodford.
I remember my first bourbon. And he also gets that accent when he does it.
It's true. No, I mean, Woodford, listen, we would
I just threw that out as an
yeah,
example.
we would drink bourbon.
2008.
Seaton loves Woodford.
I would drink Woodford if
Yeah.
it was the only thing to drink. I
Well,
mean,
and we have, and
Well,
it's
in 2008, that was.
it was like,
it was the only thing in
thing to
2008 that basically we had around. No, it's a fine bourbon, but we just kind of, I don't want to say outgrew it, but Woodford is a great example since it's so balanced to not really jut out too much anywhere in the flavor profile, flavor wheel.
Yeah.
At least that's what
I think it
they were
could be
going
like-
for. I think it does jut out, but I think as you try more things, you figure out where you like things to jut out. I like it to be nutty, or I like it to be spicier, that
Yeah,
type of thing.
like
So you
super
kind of,
rich.
you might leave it behind. You may stay with it your entire life, and that's completely fine. There's no wrong answers in whiskey.
yeah. I think it's like, you have favorite movies or songs or whatever for a period of your life, and then you look back a few years later and you're like, this isn't as good as I thought it was at the time. Like, I remember loving this, and you sometimes it's just the right thing at the right time.
I don't do that.
Well,
Because what I liked when I was 14, 16
so there's
is
no
still awesome.
okay. So
It
there's-
is.
I'm pretty sure that there have been movies that you've been like, I loved this movie as a kid, and we rewatch them, and then we're like,
movies, yes, movies.
I think it's less so with music. Songs tend to stick with you.
License to Drive was one of those movies where, like, when I watched it, I remembered it as a kid. It's like, yeah, it's so funny. Watched it as an adult, and I'm like, this is kind of boring. It wasn't as funny as I...
loved Blank Check, and
the two Corys.
I haven't rewatched it, but I will refuse to rewatch it, and I will stand by that it is a great film.
There you go. Blank Check.
Sinbad was in it. How could it not? He eats ice cream in a limo out of the whole jug thing.
Sinbad was never in movies. Mandela
No,
effect.
we're not allowed to bring it up anymore.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
They
we go
said
off on
we
tangents.
can't.
We can't do it. It
Okay.
hurts people's brains.
I drank this.
David, we'll have some more if you want, or we can go on something else. But David said... David said, I heard you / others say a bourbon is a good... how much that hashtag?
a good
Quote,
winter
bourbon. In South Florida, it's always summer, and in Philadelphia, it's always sunny. What bourbons would you recommend as summer bourbons? I think any bourbon could be a summer bourbon. You might just have to put it over a big cube of ice or something like that.
Yeah.
If you're not doing that, typically, obviously lower proof.
We tend to go around the 100 proof,
Yeah.
maybe 90, maybe, but usually around 100 because it is, I think, really hard. I tried to drink Booker's in July outside one time, and it was awful.
Big ass cube of ice.
I was miserable. I was like, I think I'm gonna burn from the inside out. It was just terrible. It was like 100 degrees. That's when you need the Wellers. Right? That's what he said.
Oh boy.
Chad doesn't like it called Wellers with an S.
Unless you are meaning several
meant
Wellers.
The Weller line. Because it could be 12-year or the 107.
It's like saying let's go to Kroger's.
What's wrong with that? I could say let's go Krogering. How would you feel about
I would
that?
love it. I would love it if you said let's go Krogering.
Let's
Let's
go Wellering.
go Wellering.
Let's go Wellering.
Okay. Scott Bixley said,
yes.
Woodford is a gateway bourbon, and so is Buffalo Trace.
Now, see, Buffalo Trace I can still get down on. I can still get down on some Buffalo Trace. Seaton
Well, I
is
think
shaking his head no, but he's also wearing a Ducat. So
are you going to listen to him?
Yeah, grain of salt. Grain of salt with everything he says.
I mean, I still like Buffalo Trace. Again, with Woodford, I don't normally find myself reaching for just Buffalo Trace, but like if we're at a bar and it's a good price, I'm like, sure, that works.
And it's funny how much for proof points, like I'm just thinking going from 90 proof from Buffalo Trace or even Eagle Rare, don't at me, to Elijah Craig at 94 proof. Even that little bit, I'm like, I feel like there's a little bit more. Now, yeah, you are going different distilleries. I wish Buffalo Trace had something that was 94 so I could kind of, in the same distillery. But, sometimes just that 94, it's more in the middle. It's on your way to 100. Just seems to offer a little bit more. I don't know if that's distillery or proof. Don't at me.
We owe Eric C. a triangle. He says, It's Bourbon Night is an exceptional channel. Well, thank you. Well done. My wife and I will be celebrating our 20th wedding anniversary this week and plan on uncorking a Booker's 2018-03. Continue success. You continue success.
There's applause.
Applause all around.
Applause in this house.
If I had something to cheers you with, I would cheers you to the next 20 years.
Oh. Cheers to you all.
Yeah,
for
congrats,
20 to
Eric.
20 more.
To 20 more. That's what I was trying to say. Very stumbly and not great.
Are you sure we just double check?
Yes.
We got? Okay.
Yep.
Sure did.
But I don't know. I feel bad that we didn't give like a specific good summer bourbon. What do I like to drink in this summer?
Well, do you want to drink something sweet in the summer? Or
It really just needs to be lighter.
I'm telling you, the Woodford in an old fashioned.
He likes a Woodford Old Fashioned.
Okay, so you're
I
saying
do like-
you're saying cocktails.
I do
I'm
like.
saying because it's a nice ice drink.
Sure.
He says he wants an iced
It's
cocktail.
middle of the road, right? It's not
Yeah,
middle
but
of
I
the
wouldn't water down a 90 proof bourbon. I mean, personally. Now you can, but he's wearing a Duke hat. Other people can. It's fine. But if I'm gonna let anything get cut down, I want to make sure it's north of 100 before it starts cutting down. Otherwise, eventually you're not gonna even be drinking bourbon and you don't even know it
I do
because
like
it's gone under 80 proof.
a Kentucky Mule.
Duke hat.
It's got the crisp ginger beer with the lime, but you can still put bourbon in there.
So the
It's nice.
first year of Bourbon and Beyond, it was really hot, and we were doing some neat pours and walking around and just like we're
it
dying.
was awful.
Luckily,
Larceny Buck.
the Heaven Hill booth made a larceny buck, and that's larceny and
And a buck.
and
it was
ginger beer.
11 whole bucks.
11 whole bucks.
That
of
was
it.
a lot.
Should have called it a larceny, $11. But that saved us. We're still getting the bourbon flavor.
But it had like a lemon. Now, I don't know anything about this one, Seaton, but you're more than welcome to have it.
Yeah.
It says fine charred American oak. Kentucky-made bourbon. Special release from the finest American-grown grains.
Oh, then you're fine.
And pure Smoky Mountain spring water.
Okay.
It's a special release. I don't know if I already said that.
It's very special.
Distilled, aged, and bottled by the Clear Springs Distilling Company, Louisville, Kentucky. Now, I've never heard of that. That sounds like a faux...
Clear Springs? No, I think I've... I don't know of any label that says, like, Clear Springs bourbon or anything, but, yeah.
Don't know how that's going to be, so there you go.
We got a couple of super chats in here. First one from Amy F. She said, found 3 bottles of Booker's 2020-03 in my neighborhood ABC store. Was it stupid of me to walk out without one? Yeah.
But you left it there?
I mean, I would have definitely have bought one, but we've been looking for it for like all of 2020 almost, it seems. No, not stupid, but
Depends on how much it was priced for.
Can you go back?
Can you go back and see if it's still there?
Can you
because
address this error?
we've been hearing from other people where it's been popping up that it's actually going into a drawing or it's going allocated. So
We don't know.
maybe. And then James SoCal, Hancock's Reserve for the summer. Okay, nice.
Interesting.
88.9 proof.
Yeah.
Buffalo Trace, single barrel.
I think Elijah Craig, just regular small batch, is a good summer proof.
Someone said that in the chat. Neat.
Yeah, neat. You got 94. It's right there. You know.
That's good. That's good choice.
Thanks.
Whoa, this
I
smells
appreciate it.
sweet. Now this came from Total Wine, $25.99
Got kind of a Granny Smith apple
at Total Wine.
vibe and some
You know why I bought this?
brown sugar. And
I think I can tell this story.
can you tell it?
Yeah, I'll tell.
I don't know this.
There was a tag under this that had a quote, supposedly from Fred Minnick,
Oh, I remember
that
this.
said something like I can't remember
Like
this.
one of his
Who's Fred
favorites.
Minnick?
He's a
he's a-
bourbon author.
He's
Yeah.
a renowned bourbon
Yeah,
critic and author.
Forbes. He has a YouTube channel now. It's doing fantastic.
So if you
and
attribute him to saying he likes something,
he's
people
an
will
authority on bourbon.
purchase it.
We're explaining this to Seaton, everybody. Something, not, this wasn't the quote, but it's something like, I don't always drink every day, but when I do, it's Wolcott. Something like that.
Right. It wasn't so most interesting man in the world, but
Yeah. I don't always
along-
drink, but when I do,
along those
I
lines.
prefer Wolcott. And so I took a picture and I sent it to him, and he said, I never said that. He said, I wrote an article where someone that I was interviewing or talking to said that as a quote. So it was quoted in an article that Fred wrote, but not
he didn't say
Fred's words. So those signs aren't there anymore. I just want to point that out. I'm not trying to,
Right. I think maybe it was a
Not
mistake. Maybe they caught it.
yeah, I'm not trying to
He didn't say.
start anything here. But that's why because I'm like, oh, well, if Fred likes it that much, and it
Right.
was $27, then hell. Yeah, he didn't say that.
Seaton's making some faces.
It smells very sweet. So did you say it's 90 proof? Yeah.
I didn't say what proof. No.
90 proof, Kentucky made bourbon.
Yeah, I get Granny Smith apples and brown sugar, and that's pretty much it.
Kentucky straight, so at least 2 years. Doesn't have an age statement anywhere, so you would think it's 4 or older. Should be. So it could be 4.
I want to get you.
It's like it's like apple juice, old fashioned.
It's like you poured bourbon in apple juice.
Yeah, like a little bit of low proof bourbon into apple juice. The main takeaway is we don't like it.
It's not good.
We don't like
It's
this.
Not good. It's not
No, again, not gonna spit it out. I feel like if I had more than one of these, I would have a headache.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'd be sick.
Yeah, I think it would feel bad in me. My body would be like, why?
But why?
Yeah. Unfortunate.
Do you have someone you don't like for Christmas?
Yeah.
Instead of a lump of coal?
Is there a father-in-law that you'd like to get back at, but subtly? This is your bottle.
Wolcott.
It looks nice, very presentable.
Yeah.
No, I hope the Wolcott people aren't watching. Although I don't know who they are.
I think this looks like a Russell's Reserve bottle, maybe?
It does.
bit.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Make it older. Again, it's not the worst. It's just very sweet and
Wow, it is super sweet. Never have
I want it to be
so many apples.
older and higher proof. Is
Like-
what I want.
Apple Jacks if they made a bourbon.
And yet I kept sipping it. Seaton ate a piece of apple while drinking the apple bourbon. I'm gonna put this away. No. I was really expecting it to be like really harsh on the finish though, and it wasn't. It's just sweet and then gone.
Wow.
Just tastes like
Wow.
apple candy liquor. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a headache waiting to happen.
It feels like a headache.
Huh.
Are we skipping?
Maybe. Are we robot? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I think we are. Sorry about that, y'all.
Weird. No drop frames.
But look at it.
Yeah, I know. We're a little slow motion.
How do we fix it? Should we just...
say movie recording has been stopped automatically?
That's fine. That's okay.
It's going like really...
Yeah. Well, we'll press through it. It's better than us staring at it. That won't help anything. Yeah.
Hopefully it catches up.
Right.
So... It's weird to watch.
Yeah. Okay. This is something that Vernon Rutledge gifted to us back in April, and things. You're like, well, let's find a spot that makes sense to put this in, and then it's like, well, hey, a smorgasbord episode is a perfect time. So this is Joe Lewis, of course, for the boxer. He had nothing to do with it. But this is straight bourbon whiskey. It's also 90 proof. That seems to be a theme tonight besides the cream of Kentucky. So let's see what I got going on. Oh,
Okay.
another minimum of 2 years.
Oh, great.
We'll see. I mean, I trust Vernon.
They said it feels like I'm watching an old Godzilla movie, and they said it's trippy. Will you tell us when it's fixed,
That might
please?
just be the bourbon, everybody.
That's what they said. Everyone said I thought I drank too much.
You did. Everything's fine on our end. There we go. All right. Pause for cork pop. Not bad. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know what's causing it. On our end here, we have 0 drop frames. Connection's good. I'm blaming YouTube. I don't know.
They did have an outage like 2 nights ago.
Did they?
All the YouTube dropped.
All of YouTube?
All of the YouTubes. Well, maybe it really is YouTube's fault. Scott Pigsley saying, I thought, damn, I'm drunk watching the lag. Thanks, Scott.
Thank you, Scott.
Well, it smells young. I mean, it smells a little youthful.
That's straight middle school.
Let's see. Joe Lewis Bourbon is distilled in the breathtaking Blue Ridge Mountains from the finest ingredients, locally sourced corn, wheat, and imported barley with the limestone-rich water of Davis Valley just over the Kentucky line in southwestern Virginia. Barrel-aged minimum of 2 years. Joe Lewis Distilling, Rural Retreat, Virginia. So,
Virginia.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. See, here's what I like about this one. It doesn't. It's not super sweet. It's not this apple bomb. It just tastes young. This is one where if you kept going another 4 years, let's say,
Man.
I think it could be really good.
Oh, yeah.
So I think this shows a lot of potential, much like a young fighter. So this might be representing the very young Joe Lewis. Still training, still working his way up the circuit.
I have to disagree.
Ouch.
I think this is the worst one we've had all night.
Wowzers. Vernon.
Very grain forward, very young. No.
Yowzers. Well,
My least favorite one.
I
Thief.
disagree. I think, yes, it tastes youthful, but it's not, like I said, super apple. It's not super sweet.
I'd rather have the apple.
Wow.
Down detector is showing issues with YouTube, says Nick.
Can't catch a break.
So,
I
I mean,
don't
we
know.
can't just keep doing it this way, though. It's
No,
unwatchable.
we're okay. Well, you guys let us know. Do you all think it's unwatchable?
Is this unwatchable? Because it feels like it's unwatchable.
Yeah. Let us know. It looks
I would have turned this off.
it looks like it's maybe missing every other frame. So instead of 30 frames, it's looking like it's about 15. But you all just let us know. We're getting towards the end. I feel like if it's doable, we can push through to the end. Seaton doesn't like it. No?
Terrible. Terrible.
Wow.
Initially, Joe Lewis was like, "Yeah, I could have that." At the end, nope,
No?
nope.
They said it's watchable.
I KO'd Joe Lewis.
KO.
KO. Well,
They said it's fine.
okay.
No. This is a no for me.
It's a no for me, dog. Well, I feel like we got to go out on something good.
I can't finish this. It's so grainy and youthful, and
Yeah,
it
it's
just
useful.
wasn't ready.
Useful, yeah.
I
It was,
do think if it had 6 more years to it, I think that would be.
perhaps.
I mean, maybe even
It
4.
could have been a contender.
If it was just 6 years
It
old.
could have been a contender.
Could have been.
Wow, what's funny is the chat is also lagging.
Mm.
Like, messages will pop up all at once,
Yeah.
and then
Could have been somebody.
could have
The
been a baller.
Duke guy is blocking the internet, says Mike Meyer.
Duke's so big. Get out of the way,
Oh, no.
I don't know if people heard what he said, but it's not worth repeating. How about this? It's just a Knob Creek pick,
It's just a Knob Creek pick.
but
I want to end on something better than...
I don't know if
I love this. Thud.
Yeah.
You don't know if what?
If James is still in the chat,
James Wolverton.
if you are still in the chat, James, this is an LBS pick.
Oh.
This is LBS number 4. I've had this
Wow.
around for a minute.
That has been around for a long time.
Now, Seaton, you can tell he went to Duke. He doesn't
I
finish.
tried it. No, you poured some in there.
I didn't pour any in there. I wouldn't waste this.
Well, Cletus says, my wife routinely watches your reviews to judge the quality of my purchases. I love that. She's like, am I happy that you bought this or am I disappointed that you bought this? He said she heavily relies on Chad's taste judgment. Cheers for the reviews. Wow. Well, if that isn't a first.
First for everything,
I
huh?
know. I'm just kidding. I just like to give him a hard time. He does a good job. Look at him.
Yeah, look at that.
Look at this face.
Look at that face. I guess that was it. I'm just saying
That was
things.
it.
Okay. Yeah, so it's an old Knob Creek pick, one that back. I don't think they do this anymore anyway, where you could go dip your own bottle, and I put my thumbprint in the wax.
That was
You
fun.
see, got it like all.
I did mine once upon a time too,
Mm-hmm.
but that's not it. I don't think.
No. That's
No.
me.
Are you sure? Because my
Yeah.
thumb fits pretty well.
Well, see your thumb.
This is more in the shape of my thumb.
No.
Yes, it is. I was on that pick.
No, that was mine.
Oh, it was this.
See, everyone's fits it. No, I don't think this is the pick that you were on.
Stanley wants to know, is it StreamYard or OBS? It's OBS, but apparently YouTube has had some has been a YouTube error.
YouTube fault. And then Scooby D, sorry.
America.
Scooby D says America.
Anyways, sorry for the choppy This is much better place.
It's like slipping into a warm bath after being out shoveling snow for the day.
That's nice. That's a nice visual. I can feel that.
Yeah.
Spicy.
It is spicy. It is an older label pick. This one has been around. Been around since probably what, 2016, 2017?
17 probably.
It's been around for a while. It's
Nom.
almost gone. Look.
Yeah, trying to actually not keep it around any longer because it's gonna go bad.
Right. It's still good right now, and so we would like to remember it that way.
Yeah, this would be great for winter. Love to know your winter bourbon drinking picks, and we'll probably hopefully.
We're gonna do a video.
Hopefully, I mean, man, we got so many videos to cram in before
What do
the
you
end
mean?
of the year.
Hopefully, we're definitely doing that.
Well, I
one.
guess it'll still be winter even in 2021.
No, but we need to do it before the holidays.
Okay.
Well, maybe we do a holiday one that's just for festivity.
But they're
times of
so
year.
close.
They are so-
They're so interwoven.
But I feel like in December, it's not like bone-chillingly cold and shoveling snow and stuff like that. That comes more, everyone thinks December, but it's really more like end of January into February.
Well, it depends on where you live, but around here
True.
and a lot
Around
of
these parts.
around these parts anyway, we don't take kindly.
To
No,
snow?
we do. I was gonna say, do you all 514 watch, but no, don't go anywhere. We
Thank
do take
goodness.
kindly.
I'm shocked that 514 people are watching it this way.
I'm shocked that we only have 268 thumbs up when John was gonna take a shot of Malort and Seaton was gonna take a shot of OZ Tyler. If we got 700 thumbs up,
550, I'll do it.
okay, for 550.
Can I get a 550?
Can I get a
550
550? 550,
Right
550.
here, 550. Give me a like.
Seaton will take. He will take a shot of OZ Tyler from his Ducat,
Well,
but time is ticking down. Keeps on ticking.
this is
To the
interesting.
future.
GM Scott said, it's funny that you mentioned shoveling snow. I find Jim Beam, this, what do you call it? He called it Cherry Stag. It's called Jim Beam Red Stag. That's what it is.
Red Stag.
Is good mixed with hot chocolate after shoveling snow. Call me horrible if you want, but it's pretty good. I can't think of another way that I could drink Red Stag, so more power to you. I mean, the best way would be to bury it in a hot chocolate, but you still get the flavors and the
You're
warmth.
gonna say like the best thing is to bury it in the backyard
bury it.
and then hope no one knows that you have it, so they won't make you drink it.
Yeah.
Did you all see that episode that we did where we tried to match up all the different Jim Beam flavored whiskeys and a few of their like regular
stuff.
bourbons?
Of all the videos that we've done where we drink bad stuff, I have never felt as sick as I felt after that episode. After we filmed that, I was like, I think I might just have to go throw up.
We're gonna have Seaton drink them after this.
It was terrible.
If you get 550 likes.
We get 550 likes. He's
Well,
gonna
we're at
drink
324. I don't think we're gonna make it. 'Cause I
all
think
of the Jim Beam flavored.
we're gonna have to hop off here pretty soon. But thanks for trying.
Is there a whiskey advent calendar in your future?
Perhaps.
Gotta love the
perhaps.
daily videos.
It's a little different.
It's different this
It'll be
year.
different this year, but similar, but different.
Will there be daily videos? Yes.
Yes.
Will it be a little different? Yes.
Will it still kind of be
Am I
Advent
asking
themed?
questions that I'm answering? Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Will
well,
you drink bourbon?
Will I drink bourbon? Will we drink bourbon?
yeah, I think
Yes.
we will.
Will you have a live studio audience?
No.
We won't have a live studio audience unless you come back over. Am I going to start referring to myself in the third person? Is Chad? Yes. Good old Knob Creek
That is it for me this
store
evening.
pick. Yeah, it's good to branch out and try new things because you never know when a sleeper is going to emerge.
That is true.
You know, but they also it's true that they can't all be winners.
Right.
Brian Brennicky. Why did I say that? Like it's a trap.
I don't know.
It's a Brian Brennicky. Now it went to Nixon.
I don't know.
What am I doing?
Your impressions just kind of quickly just.
Brian Brennicky.
All right. Well, Brian
Brian.
says, just popping in to say hello, drinking some 17 George T. Stagg at a bar right now. Whoa. And looking forward to heading back to Indiana tomorrow because I miss the dog and Tammy. Aww.
He said the dog first.
Well, I mean, I'm with you there.
Tammy, are you
Probably how
watching?
I would
Because
do it
she's
too. This sounds like you're having a good time with that George T. Stagg, though.
Wow. I hope they have a
And you got to catch the whole choppy,
good,
crazy.
yeah, good price of the pour there. Yeah. Before we go, I want to say thanks to the mods, and I know we saw Trev Wilson in here, we saw Swan, we saw Perry, we saw Jose, our 90 Squad team leader. So that's 4 in a night's pretty.
That's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yep.
Pretty good. So thanks to you all.
And thanks for putting up with or enjoying. I'm not really sure if it's been putting you guys out, but apparently a lot of people think that the whole motion issue is funny. So
Not our fault.
Thanks for sticking around for that.
Yeah.
It is not our fault. There's
Not
nothing
our
we
fault.
can do to control it. It's not on our end. So, all right. Well, hopefully that gets figured out by next week, and we will have a produced episode for you guys on Friday.
Yeah, we will.
So
Don't know what it is just yet.
I have an idea. I have a couple ideas.
Oh my. She's got the
I'll put him to work.
ideas. Yeah. I mean, there's plenty of ideas in the coffer.
Did you say Swan?
Yeah. I said
Okay.
Perry, Swan,
Trev.
Captain Trev Wilson, 90 Squad team leader Jose.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Just making sure. Okay. Okay. All right. Well. Anyways, I think that's a good note to end on.
Yeah. We got to mouse on over to the end screen.
Mouse on over. All right.
There it is.
There it is.
I'll hit this, and then you hit that.
That sounds
But
good.
with this delay, I feel like we'll say bye,
And then I'll
and then
just
we'll
post.
just awkwardly stare into the thing, because otherwise I feel like it'll cut off with this delay.
Okay.
So, here we
You
go.
just got to get ready for it.
Until next